Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of TCG News, and here's another update for the TCG community card game. Again, still not named, but I do want to share with you guys what I've got so far as different cards and what the types will be and all that fun stuff. So since I've got you here right now, we all know what the 5 types are so far. So we have action, sci-fi, horror, fantasy, and comedy. So here's how the game kind of balances out with those types. So action are more of your heavy hitters, so those are the ones that are going to be doing more attack, and they don't have as much life. All right. Sci-fi, these are your guys who have more balanced stats, but they do use a lot of debuffs, and we'll see some debuffs here in a little bit, but they rely a lot on debuffs. Horror, these are the guys who have a lot of life, but don't hit as hard. So they're kind of like the Jason Voorhees, where they just, you can never kill Jason Voorhees, right? Fantasy, these are the guys who have a little bit higher stats, but their abilities and their dream powers are just not as good. And the dream powers I'll get to in a second. And in comedy, they have lower stats, so their stats are a little bit lower, but their dream powers are awesome. So it balances the game out, having a little bit of everything, but you could also kind of rely on certain creatures to do your bidding. So I do want to show you guys a couple cards. I'm not going to show them all because I do want you guys to have that element of surprise when you open up that booster pack for the first time. You're like, oh, right, I got this card, or oh man, I got this card by this person. So really quickly, we do have Abomination. So we have, again, this is the rarity of the card. So because they have red balls, they're uncommon. The blue balls are common, and then the yellow balls are rare. All right, so we have the 2 attacks. So you can choose which attack you want to do. So you could either do Super Punch or Auto Heal, and it's got 7 life, so it's a pretty cool card. Alien Scout, this one's by Hunter. This one's awesome card. I think the art's amazing. 4 life. It has Ray Gun and Burn. So again, this is one of your debuffs. So it'll have a list in the rules of what these debuffs mean and how you can roll out of them. All right. And then a Nazafari. So this is a common card with 4 life. It's a fantasy. Mystic Force and Sleepy Time. Awesome. Another debuff here. Balin, got cards by art by Kiwi finally, which is awesome. So this is a common card. It's 3 life. Sci-fi, Metal Whip, and it does 2 damage. And then again we have, because it's sci-fi, it's doing a lot more debuffs. Barbecue Telepath, a common card. This one's by my cousin Kevin. And it's got Cutlery Toss, which does 5 damage. Again, this is action, so it's going to be your heavy hitter, just not going to have a lot of life. Bloodless Demon. So this one is a horror card. This one's actually a really cool one by Hunters. It has Life Siphon, again another debuff, which is really cool stuff here. So there's Bloodlust. Captive of Cores. This one's by Good Oak. You got Puppet Clutch, which is another debuff. Horror uses a lot of bleed and Life Siphon. And Claw. Then we got Chibi Dumpling. This one's by Monarch. This one's awesome. So here's the dream ability. So the ones that are in red are dream abilities. These are like lasting effects or effects that they're not an attack. It's not something that you choose to do. It just happens as soon as you play the card, or something that happens while the card's in play. So for example, when played, take 1 card from your discard pile and place it into your hand fully healed. I mean, that's a really awesome ability. Again, this is going to be a rare card, but it's an awesome ability. It's not so hot on the stats, though, but that ability right there is making it awesome. Again, this is comedy, hence why it's not so hot on the stats, all right? Then we got Cyborg Kid. This one's by Austin Singer. Really cool abilities, really cool stuff. This is a really cool ability that a lot of the cards will have. Well, not a lot, but a good amount. Charging Blast. So roll 1 die, do damage equal to the number on the die. So you're doing this gamble. So you can do Laser Shot. That's guaranteed 3 damage. Or you can roll the die to get a possible 6 or the unlucky 1. So there's that. Dark Binya, another one of these dream powers, which are really cool. So anytime enemy attacks Dark Binya, they receive 2 damage. And this one's by Kevin as well. So really cool stuff here. Dragonborn, this is an awesome rare card. So Legendary Shout, an homage to Skyrim. It's got 11 life. It's doing 8 damage. And then, of course, you can do Spitfire, which is going to do burn. Next one is Dream Dragon. This is probably the most powerful card so far in the game. It's got 12 life, Mythic Blast, which does 10, and then Burning Flames, which does burn, and it does 6. So you got some really cool stuff. Another one by Hunter, Yellow. I think that one's awesome. Drillbat. This one's a really weird card, but this is by ICCS Sunlord. So it's common. Drill Punch. does 3, and then 4 life with a cool dream ability there. We'll go through a couple more. I don't want to spend too much time on this because I do want, like I said, some of these to be a surprise. But another one by Kiwi, 6 life. It is an uncommon card. It's sci-fi, another awesome dream ability. This one's actually really cool. Cannot be attacked by uncommon creatures, and it's got shock drop. Exodus Paladin by Gecko Tube. We have it's an uncommon card with Magic Hammer, doing 5 damage, 6 life. Healing Breath, which is a really cool way of healing yourself up. Experiment. So Experiment, if you guys haven't seen TCG Guy's new video, I've inserted him in this card. I think he looks pretty sweet. Cyber Punch and then Created Strength. So that does stun. And then I do want to show you guys. We'll do Rob's. All right, so here's a player card. This is a great example of a player card. So this is Rob himself, and he's holding this crazy scythe, which I have called the All-Seeing Scythe. So player cards are represented right here. All player cards are going to be rare, so getting these are going to be rough. But it's also going to have this symbol up here saying, hey, this is a player card. He has 11 life, and then he does do the All-Seeing Scythe. And then he's got a Dream Power All-Seeing Scythe, gains 1 attack for every card in the enemy's hand. So it has the potential of doing 11 damage, which is awesome. So really cool cards. I love the artwork that you guys are sending me. I appreciate everything you guys are putting into this, and I'm doing the best I can to try to keep up with you guys and try to comment and respond back, and hopefully I'm doing okay with that. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. I definitely would like to hear whatever you guys have. In the booster packs, I do have, it's going to be a card that comes in the with the booster pack. We'll have the rules on both sides of the card. So that way you guys, if you have any questions, you can refer to that rules card. The starter decks are going to come with a little booklet, and that way you guys can also refer back to that, and it'll also have all your guys' names that have put art into the game as well. And the starter decks will also come with 1 dice, so that way you guys can play, and it'll come with everything that you need. Booster packs obviously are not going to come with a dice because you can't fit a die inside a booster pack. And then last thing I do want to say is we have a whole bunch of name suggestions so far. So what I want you guys to do is I'm going to try to put comments down on the bottom, and then the one with the most likes by the end of the week I think is the one we're going to go with. Now I don't remember who all suggested most of these, but this is what I've got. Dreamscape, Doodle Dreams, Creative Minds, Warriors of the Night, Drawing into Battle, Dream Clash, Dream Strife, Sleepwalkers, and Daydreamers. So I'm going to put all those in the comments down below, and then the one with the most likes are going to be the one, or is going to be the name of this game. This way I can start designing the back of the cards and then trying to get your opinion on those. Other than that, again, I appreciate everything you guys are doing. This is an amazing project, and I think this is really bringing the community together big time. So other than that, you guys have a great rest of the week, and I'll try to keep you updated throughout. Thanks a lot.